Welcome to video 1 of a 3-part video series I've put together to address a very super common problem, back pain. Back pain is probably one of the most prevalent pains that any of us will ever experience, and yet is also the most misunderstood when it comes to stretching the back. If someone asks you to go home and do some back stretches, would you know what to do? Most people don't. I've been practicing massage therapy for over 15 years, and the number one question I was always asked by my clients was, Nicole, how do I stretch my back? I've massaged over 10,000 backs in my career, so I promise you this is one area that I understand. Couple that experience with being a yoga instructor and struggling through my own back recovery, I've been able to determine which stretches are going to be your key players in not only addressing back pain, but preventing it from coming back and becoming a chronic problem. In video 1 today, we're going to be addressing a very common muscle group called the hip flexors. The hip flexors are probably your key muscle group that you're going to want to focus on when it comes to back pain. Before we start, you're going to want to grab a small towel or a pillow so that you can place it underneath your knee. The stretches we're going to be doing are all resting lunges, which means one of your knees is going to be resting on the floor. And if you've got bad knees or you're more inflexible, then this is going to help make it less painful on that knee area. So why don't you go grab a towel, and when you're back, we'll start. All right, now that you've got your towel or small pillow, you're going to want to take that and place it under your right knee. Since we're going to be working on the right hip flexor first, you're going to put underneath that right knee, and then we're going to step with our left foot forward into a resting lunge. Okay, once you've come into your resting lunge, just check to make sure that that towel or pillow feels good under your knee. And then you want to check the alignment of your left knee. This is super important, and always check this before you do any sort of resting lunge, that your knee is directly above your ankle. And if you don't do this, if your knee is behind or your knee is ahead, it's going to cause some problems for you later. And since we're addressing back pain, we don't need to add any more pain to the list. So always address the knee over the ankle, and then once you have, bring your hands down to the floor. You want to have the hands resting on either side of the foot. You can come up onto your fingertips if you need to. If you're less flexible, you're more than likely going to. The reason why is because we want to keep some slack in this elbow. Well, both sides, because you can't see the other side, but you want to have the slack on both elbows. And the reason is because this part of your chest and shoulder is going to be resting on top of this leg. Okay, so you're resting that shoulder on top of the leg, fingertips on the floor, or your hands if you can manage that. But we'll start with the fingertips, slack the elbows, and let that upper body get really heavy on top of your left thigh. You're going to, as you do, you're going to feel the stretch through this area increase. So go slowly, and one of the ways that you can mitigate the pain that you're feeling right now, because the stretch is painful, is by focusing on your breath. So deeply breathe in through your nose, and then exhale slowly through your mouth. Using your breath is a great way to anchor your mind away from the pain. So use your breath to kind of train your mind from going directly into that pain and causing you to maybe come out of the stretch a little bit. That's what your mind wants you to do because it is painful. So use your breath to allow your body that opportunity to go a little deeper into the stretch. We're going to hold this pose for about a minute. And once a minute's passed, you're going to take your hands and place it on top of your knee. So this is now dragon flying high. The first one we did was baby dragon, and this one is dragon flying high. So your hands are going to be resting on top of this knee. you're going to be allowing the pelvic area, so all the body weight from here is going to go straight down. Your shoulder relaxed, chest is up, and you're looking straight ahead. This allows for you to keep a straight spine, which is super important. Inhale and exhale. Once a minute's passed, we're going to bring the hands down to the floor. You're going to come out of the stretch and slide that foot back. All right, once you've taken the towel out from under your right knee, you're going to place it under your left knee, and then you're going to step forward with your right foot. So again, we're checking the alignment, making sure that that knee is directly over the ankle. Take your hands on either side of your foot, and your right shoulder and chest is going to get really heavy on top of this right leg. So allow all your body weight to be taken on top of that leg, so that allows for the hips to drop down towards the floor. This is really important that you are aware of your hips dropping down towards the floor, because that's where the stretch comes from. So on your fingertips or hands to the floor, remember you've got slacked elbows, and breathing in through your nose and exhaling through the mouth. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. After we've been in this pose for 1 minute, we bring our hands to the top of the knee for Dragon Flying High. Shoulders are back, looking straight ahead so that the spine is upright. And all our focus is again dropping the hips straight down to the floor. All right, so breathing in through the nose and exhaling through the mouth, we want to anchor our mind away from the pain that we're feeling, because this stretch is super painful, especially if you're a runner or you're really into weight training or you sit at a desk all day. So tap into that breathing, take your mind away from the pain, anchor it into your breathing. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. Once you've held this pose for 1 minute, you can bring your hands down. You're going to slide that foot back, and we're going to come back into seated on the mat. These two stretches, Baby Dragon and Dragon Flying High, are your two best stretches in addressing those tight hip flexors and from preventing low back pain. You'll want to address these stretches daily, and if you're someone who's physically active, you're going to want to implement these stretches directly after your workout routine. Always hold a stretch for a minimum of 1 minute. If you can hold it longer, that's great. The longer the better, but start off with 1 minute. If you can practice these consistently, you will be well on your way from creating a healthier back and preventing back pain from ever becoming a chronic issue. If you're interested in more flexibility tips, head on over to my website, inflexibleme.com, and sign up so that you can get the tips directly sent to your inbox. And if you'd like to stick around for video 2, please subscribe to my channel so that you can be notified as soon as the video has been uploaded. Thanks for joining me today. Please share this video with anyone that you think may be suffering from back pain. And if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. I will see you soon in video number 2 for stretches that effectively address back pain.